The Rural Caucus is something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and this year it really gave me the opportunity to work on it. I worked with primarily Senator Lysing. The thing about the Rural Caucus is it's a bipartisan caucus. It comprises both Republicans and Democrats, House members and Senate members. I think we've got roughly about 60 members of the Indiana General Assembly have joined up and are members of the Indiana Rural Caucus. So I'm really proud that in such a short time we've been able to attract that much attention. But rural health care is an issue, rural transportation, areas like how do we make sure that we've got the telecommunication so that like broadband, high-speed internet available in our rural communities. We can't expect our rural communities to be able to grow in the 21st century without 21st century technologies. And so, making sure that we have adequate transportation networks, that we have the ability to mass transit in some cases, or not necessarily even not mass transit maybe, but just local transit systems in our rural communities. In Indianapolis or in Louisville or any of the metropolitan communities, you can walk down the street maybe a block or two and catch a bus, or you can call a cab. Well, in rural communities, particularly if you're maybe handicapped, those facilities aren't available. So, how do we make arrangements to have those type of facilities available and do it in a cost-effective way? There are just a whole cafeteria of issues that we need to work on and be aware of in our rural communities, that I think the Rural Caucus will allow us to really come together and unite and become more educated on this broad band of issues. Rural Indiana has changed very much as rural America has changed. Every year the number of farmers get older and become fewer and fewer. And we have smaller farms becoming larger farms. The ones that are actually successful in operating. One of the real challenges has been for many years is how do we encourage family farming? How do we make farming opportunities successful? And I think that what we are seeing is still a movement back to our rural communities, and people wanting to move away from the large urban centers and move back into the rural communities. At the same time, they're looking for opportunities to be able to make some financial rewards from that. I think over the years I've been able to see us go through cycles where we have, and they're still going on, where we've had declines in the number of farms, but now we're seeing, I think, a lot of people on smaller acreage looking for ways to develop mini farms and generally they're supplementing their incomes with off the farm jobs, but instead of just living on the land, they're actually looking to develop some type of niche agricultural endeavor to bring some extra income in. And along with that, what I've seen is a resurgence of some of the rural small towns, because as you get people that are interested in developing businesses, they're creating more activity, and so you start needing more feed stores, you need barber shops, you need hardware stores. When you're you need grocery stores, and as you get those things, they draw traffic, and then you start getting flower shops and other businesses. So I think that Indiana has been blessed over the years that we have a lot of small towns, but a lot of those small towns have went through a period of severe deterioration. but I think what we're seeing now is a resurgence of people in these communities and a rebuilding of those small towns and local businesses. And I think that diversity makes Indiana, a much better place to live in.